Hello everyone, and welcome to the Fuzzmaster Games coverage of the Mists of Pandaria talent changes. In each of these videos, we will be going over the new talent trees for each class, as well as the level 87 talent if applicable. In this video, we have Priests. In the level 15 bracket, we have Void Tendrils, Psy-Fiend, and Dominant Mind. Void Tendrils cost 4% of base mana, it's on a 30-second cooldown, and it summons shadowy tendrils out of the ground, rooting all targets within 8 yards for 20 seconds. Killing the tendril will cancel the effect. Psy-Fiend costs 4% of base mana, 25-yard range, 45-second cooldown, and it summons a Psy-Fiend that stands in place for 10 seconds. The Psy-Fiend casts a Psychic Terror on a nearby enemy within 20 yards every 1.5 seconds, preferring anything attacking the priest. Psychic Terror causes enemies to flee for 30 seconds. Damage caused may interrupt that effect. And Dominant Mind costs 2% of base mana, it's 30-yard range, 1.5 second cast, 30-second cooldown, and it controls a mind up to level 41 for 30 seconds. Does not work versus mechanical beings. I would hope not, because they don't have any brains. So your dreams of controlling the foe Reaper will not happen. Let's see here. For which one I would pick, if you need to root something down, you got a bunch of shit attacking you, you pop Void Tendrils and you run. Psy-Fiend, because it stands in one place, if you get too far away, it doesn't really have that much of an effect. But at level 15, having a mind control, I'm in. Level 30, you get Body and Soul, Path of the Devout, and Phantasm. Body and Soul, when you cast Power Word Shield or Leap of Faith, you increase the target's movement speed by 60% for an unknown value at this time. Path of the Devout increases your movement speed while levitating, and for 30 seconds afterward by 25%. And Phantasm, when you fade, you remove all movement impairing effects from yourself and become untargetable by ranged attacks, and your movement speed is unhindered for 3 seconds. Phantasm, definitely the way to go for PvP. Path of the Devout, great for running in between quests when you don't feel like mounting. And Body and Soul would be fun for dungeons. So leveling, I'm going to go with Path of the Devout. Once you get to 90, go with Body and Soul. In the level 45 bracket, we have From Darkness Comes Light, Coming Soon, and Archangel. From Darkness Comes Light is the Surge of Light portion. You have a 15% chance when you cast Smite, Heal, Flash Heal, Binding Heal, or Greater Heal to cause your next Flash Heal to be instant cast and have no mana cost. And Surge of Darkness, you have a 20% chance when you deal damage with Vampiric Touch to cause your next Mind Spike to be instant and not extinguish your shadow damage overtime effects from the target. Coming Soon is coming soon. If you know what Coming Soon is, if you're in the beta and you have access to whatever this talent actually is, please let me know in the comments. Archangel, Evangelism, consumes your evangelism, increasing your healing done by 5% for each evangelism consumed for 18 seconds. It has a 30-second cooldown. Dark Angel, for Dark Evangelism, increases the damage done by your Mind Flay, Mind Spike, Mind Blast, and Shadow Word Death by 25% for 18 seconds, and it has a 90-second cooldown. Since I only have a choice between Archangel and From Darkness Comes Light, I would probably have to go with From Darkness Comes Light. Yeah, From Darkness Comes Light there. In the level 60 bracket, you have Desperate Prayer, Void Shift, and Angelic Bulwark. Desperate Prayer is instant on a 2-minute cooldown, and it instantly heals yourself for 30% of the total health. Void Shift is a 40-yard range instant cast with a 3-minute cooldown, and you swap health percentage with the current friendly target, then heal the lower health target by 25%. And Angelic Bulwark, any time a damaging attack brings you below 30% health, you gain an absorption shield equal to 20% of your total health lasting for until canceled, for till college. This effect cannot occur more than once every 90 seconds. Angelic Bulwark, it'll save your ass once. Other than that, you gotta wait another 90 seconds for it to save your stupid ass again. Void Shift, switching health percentages, and then the heal. The previous incarnation just switched health percentages. It didn't have the heal there, as far as I remember. So this Void Shift is definitely better than the previous one. Obviously, Desperate Prayer, you know what that does. Say, Void Shift, I can see people being really shitty about this one. Like, I don't want to die yet, I'm going to make you die first. And they cast Void Shift on somebody, and that person ends up dying. You can grief a lot with Void Shift, so I'm going to try and stray away from it. So, to save my own ass, let's see, if Desperate Prayer is on a 2-minute cooldown, and this only happens once every 90 seconds, I'm going to go, because that's 90, and that's only 120, I'm going to go with Desperate Prayer here. In the level 75 bracket, we have Twist of Fate, Power Infusion, and Divine Insight. Twist of Fate increases damage and healing done to targets at or below 20% health by 15%. Power Infusion costs 6% of base mana. It's on a 40-yard range, and it's a 2-minute cooldown. Infuses the target with power, increasing spell casting speed by 20% and reducing the mana cost of all spells by 20%. And Divine Insight has Serendipity for healing, which is when you heal, Binding Heal, or when you heal with Binding Heal or Flash Heal, the cast time of your next Greater Heal or Prayer of Healing spell is reduced by 20%, and mana cost is reduced by 10%. Stacks up to 2 times, and it lasts 20 seconds. And Shadow of Death portion of that is when your Mind Blast deals damage, there is a 40% chance your next Shadow or Death will treat the target as if it were below 20% health. I remember being a huge fan of priests giving me Power Infusion on my mage. Twist of Fate. You get Twist of Fate. Trying to choose. I'm bad at decisions. The Divine Insight is good, but Twist of Fate would make the, like, say Shadow or Death for an example with Divine Insight. If you have Divine Insight, you can cast Shadow or Death whenever. But the Twist of Fate, when you get down to the 20% mark, it does 15% more damage regardless of if you have Mind Blasted or not. This is one of those things where the 3 choices that they're giving me are really hard to pick from. Personal experience, I would go Power Infusion. Twist of Fate, the 15% seems a little low to put the point there. So it's really between Divine Insight and Power Infusion. I'll probably actually go with Divine Insight because it's new. In the level 90 bracket, we have Cascade, Divine Star, and Halo. Cascade costs 14% of base mana, a 40-yard range, 25-second cooldown, and it launches a Holy Bolt at the target that grows in power as it travels, which causes up to 13,556 damage to an enemy, or up to 13,556 healing to an ally. This effect can bounce from allies to other allies, or from enemies to other enemies. Each time it bounces, it will split into 2 bolts, preferring farther away targets, and never hitting the same target twice. Cascade can bounce up to 4 times. Divine Star, 7% of base mana, 30-yard range, 0.25 second cast, 15-second cooldown, and it fires a Divine Star in front of you, traveling 20 yards, causing 1849 to 3081 divine damage to all enemies and 2465 healing to all allies in its path. After reaching its destination, it will return to you, also dealing damage and healing to all targets in its path. And Halo, 28% of base mana, 30-yard range, 2-second cast, 1-minute cooldown, and it creates a ring of holy energy around you that quickly expands and grows in power up to 30 yards away. It deals up to 18,487 to 30,810 holy damage to enemies, and up to 18,487 to 30,810 healing to allies, with the greatest effect at 25 yards. Finding that sweet spot 25-yard mark is going to be the thing to do. Halo is going to be a great ability as it grows. Really, for me, Divine Star, not so much. I don't really like it that much. But between Halo and Cascade, Cascade looks like it could be fun to watch, depending on what the animation looks like. As far as usefulness goes, I'm going to go with Halo. And we scroll down here, we get to the level 87 talent, which is Spectral Guise. It is instant on a 30-second cooldown, and your shadow blurs into the darkness, leaving your true form behind. As a shadow, you are invisible but remain in combat. It lasts 6 seconds or until your true form is hit by 3 direct attacks. I'm really not sure what to think of this ability. What exactly is it doing? You're invisible, but you're still in combat. Do you go back to, like, when the effect ends, do you go back to where your physical form is, or do you port to the new spot right away? Like, I don't... If you're in the beta and you have access to Spectral Guise, let me know in the comments. Let me see how it works. If you have a video of it, let me see how it works. And that is it for the Priest coverage. If you like the video, please like the video. If you really like the video, please subscribe to my channel. I thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.